With a brand new season of anime, we are always blessed with a few gems that get us bricked up. But talking about good quality animes is kinda boring. Instead, I want to indulge in the deliciously weird and unique animes that tickle my nipples. So we're gonna go through 7 of the weirdest animes I found and talk about why they are so special. Also, before anyone takes this in the wrong way, I'm not saying these animes are garbage or anything. It's just that they have some interesting plots and scenes that make my armpits a little smelly. And I want to share my experiences with you. So let's dive right into our new batch of shows.
豚になっている。そう、この物語を通して諸君に伝えたいことはただ一つ。豚のレバーは加熱しろ。
You guys already know that whenever a new season comes around, it's impossible to escape the most extremely mid-isekai animes of all time. And now to make it even worse, reincarnation animes have skyrocketed like a burst of white liquid. They literally made an anime about a dude who gets reincarnated as a goddamn pig. And all that could remind me of is that traumatizing anime where the guy turns into a dog and does lots of naughty things with his owner who happens to be his crush at school. Trust me, don't watch the dog anime. But this pig boy isn't that much better. He's a very perverted dude whose first thoughts when seeing a girl is how he wants her skirt shorter so he can have a good peek underneath. This man also ends up twerking his round booty 2 times in a row while asking her for a nice spanking. Like, what the hell? The only difference is that our girl Jess here doesn't do insane things like the girl from the dog anime. Trust me, don't watch that anime. Now, I bet you guys didn't think Undead Unluck would appear in this video. While it is one of the top dogs this season, we can't just skip over its very unique premise. I mean, the plot is basically a guy who viciously wants to touch a girl so he can die in the most extreme ways. So you have this undead freak who just can't die no matter what. And then we have Fuko, a girl with the power of horrible luck where she literally ends up killing anyone who touches her. So our undead dude starts testing out her powers to see if he can finally die. We also find out that if Fuko is touched up in more delicious ways, the more insane the catastrophes become. In one scene, Fuko gives the guy a kiss on the cheek and a whole meteor comes out of the sky and busts all over him. He then makes a joke saying that they should have some intense bed action to see what calamity will unfold. So yeah, this anime definitely fits in the weird category.
さて、推しの漫画の最後も見届けたし、ここらで私も終わりにしますか。
花園さん。 そのジュースそんなに好きだったの？
Now, how could we ever forget the most lovable genre in entertainment history? Just some nice harem animes that make you rethink your whole life. And this season was no different, cause we were blessed with one of the most degenerate harems of all time. The 100 girlfriends that really love you. Now that's a breathtaking name. So the story follows Rentaro, a boy entering his first year of high school with a record-breaking 100 rejections. And his final rejection was insane. They had a whole build-up with the girl complimenting him in multiple ways, just for her to straight up claim that the idea of dating and makes her want to puke. Before high school begins, Rentaro decides to visit a shrine and wish for a girlfriend. Out of nowhere, the god of that shrine pops up and makes his wish come true. But for some ludicrous reason, he ends up giving my boy 100 soulmates instead of 1. The god also states that if he chooses a specific girl over the rest, everyone else will die. So now Rentaro is quite literally in the most insane harem plot ever and has to try dating everyone all together. I also did some digging and found out that later on in the story, Rentaro ends up getting a girlfriend that is apparently 89 years old. What the hell?
母乳飲め。取れたてだぞ母乳。
出た、母乳おじさんだ。
ほらほらほら、母乳だ。直に知ってもいいぞ。
Don't even ask me what that scene was. But even though it was hella weird, don't let it fool you. This anime is actually peak and I think it's the most underrated anime of the season. But that doesn't stop it from having a bunch of random moments that make you giggle and jiggle. The anime is about ninjas, but not in the Naruto kind of way. Instead, we have homeless looking dudes playing the part and our MC Kuro is one of those bozos. My guy is just super dead inside with no money, no family, no lover, no friends, no goals. But he is quite the funny dude. Kuro is a master at satire comedy and he just straight up lies about the most random stuff to troll people. If you love Gintama comedy, you will definitely enjoy a lot of what Under Ninja has to offer, cause trust me, it's juicy, baby. You got a random kid trying to steal a college girl's bra collection, Kuro pissing himself in class to skip out on a test while fake crying, a foreign guy who slices people's wieners off, Kuro using his super powerful farts to shoot a dart, the breast milk scene you saw at the start, and just so much more.
ちょっと話してよ。
嫌です。かわいい。
Oh man, where do I even start with this one? A Girl and Her Guard Dog, a pretty disturbing anime. The story follows Isaku, a 15-year-old girl who has a very touchy relationship with her Yakuza bodyguard named Keiya, who so happens to be 26 years old. And I'm telling you right now, this guy is weird as hell. Being overprotective is a normal trait, but Keiya literally enrolls into the same high school Isaku goes to so he can protect her from boys. There's also some very sus clips, such as the guy cuddling with Isaku in bed, asking her for a kiss, wanting to see her in a swimsuit, and having her sit on his lap in a tiny pool. Like, do y'all realize how weird this age gap is? Isaku is a first-year high schooler, and Keiya is way past his college days. Like, this guy should have his own family and an office job or something, but instead he's out here role-playing as a high schooler? But trust me, it gets even worse, cause Keiya and Isaku have known each other since she was 5 years old, and Keiya was practically her caretaker and raised her. So yeah, this little fact makes the already creepy scenes a lot worse in my opinion, and we haven't even seen everything since it's still ongoing. But just look at this manga panel I stumbled upon on Twitter. Like, are y'all seeing this? My man tells Isaku that he's her father, mother, brother, and her boyfriend. Oh hell no! Okay, it's time to move on from this garbage anime. Next up, we have an anime about a lolly witch named Alyssa and her 16-year-old daughter Viola, and I just know a certain demographic is gripping their balls. But honestly, lollies are very common in anime that there's not really any point in talking about it, even though it is pretty weird when you have grown men coming up with this whole character archetype of drawing very old women as little kids and also having them act like kids. But you know what the real problem with this anime is? The daughter of her lolly witch Viola, cause she loves her mother a little too much. Now you're probably like, why the hell is this super handsome dude Karimbo hating on a girl for loving her mom? Well, that's cause Viola has literal breakdowns and starts crying at the thought of Alyssa ever having a romantic partner. She's so damn obsessed that she doesn't even want Alyssa to get a pet cat or anything, cause apparently it will steal her love. Like, damn bro, just let your mom experience some extra happiness instead of being a jealous freak. And now for our final anime, we have the Demon Sword Master of the Excalibur Academy, a harem anime that involves a 10-year-old kid being preyed on by 15-year-old girls. Being a well-established mathematician myself, that's a first-year high schooler preying on a grade 4 kid. But the thing is, our MC Leonis isn't actually 10. He used to be a demon lord 1,000 years ago and ended up sealing himself so he could rise another day and reclaim his throne. But for some reason, a malfunction occurs and he ends up stuck in the body of his 10-year-old self. But none of his predators know anything about this, and they're a little too comfortable around him. Like, just watch this quick scene. What the Scooby-Dooby-Doo? Who the hell just looks at a kid and proceeds to say that? And then you also have a scene where a girl gets fully naked and joins Leonis while he's taking a bath. Well guys, that's all for the weird animes this season. There's probably a few more that I'm missing out on, but I'ma be honest, I haven't checked every anime out at the moment, so please forgive me.